Welcome to the Morgan J. Burke Aquatic Center for another edition of Behind the Blocks. My name is Ben Turner, and today we have a special assistant coaches edition of the show with our first-year assistants, Brian Barnes and Molly Belk. So welcome. Thanks for taking the time to join us, guys. Both of you guys had some ties to either the Big Ten or Indiana as the state or Purdue before you came here. It seemed like maybe this was somewhat of a natural fit to join us here on deck. Molly, let's start with you. Your sister, Rory, was a swimmer here at Purdue in the mid-2000s. Did she give you any scouting report of what it was like?
Yeah, well, it was kind of nice. Well, first off, she was crazy excited. But I grew up, my high school, a lot of my high school time I spent here, coming to see her or, dropping her off at college every summer. So I kind of knew, the area, the houses, the little, Basil Thai, all, the good restaurants that are still here today. So if anything, the neighborhood's just changed and it's even more, upcoming. So it's fun to be back.
Brian, you grew up in the South Bend area and then was a standout swimmer down at IU. Opportunity came here at Purdue with Dan. What most attracted you to the job?
Well, Dan and John. I mean, the people here.
And so far, so good. How's the first year going?
Very well. It's going well.
How do you guys feel like the Big Ten has changed since you were both student athletes competing for you at Minnesota and you at IU?
I think it's exciting to watch because it's just getting better. And even when I'm talking to prospective student athletes, I'm thinking, we're trying to be top 10 in the NCAA, and that's top 5 at Big Tens. So you have all these really great programs, and they're only getting better. And under John's leadership, we can see that, right? Moving up the ladder, and we're just going to continue that. So it's getting better, and so are we.
Brian, you've seen the Big Ten succeed a lot going back to your days at IU as well. How has it changed?
It's just faster. It's I think it's the best conference in the country, and the guys are stronger, faster, better athletes. I would say the average height has gone up in the last 20 years, and it's amazing.
Would you guys highlight maybe a couple of shared ideals that you share with Dan and John as far as building programs?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest draws was just John and his humbleness, his just general, he loves the sport, he loves the team, his family orientation, how you feel like you're part of the family already. I love his kids, I love his family, and wanting to get better, definitely.
And Dan certainly has been an institution here at Purdue for over 30 years, and his easygoingness certainly is a positive from my point of view.
Absolutely. I think the biggest thing I notice about Dan is he's a fantastic teacher, and not only just the sport, but just also life, and that's really great to be around. We share that ideal.
Maybe you guys could go with a couple memories that you have, either of competing against Purdue here at the Morgan J. Burke Aquatic Center. I know you were a junior when Big Tens and NCAAs was here in 2010.
Yeah. Also, just on the last one, I got to add, it's been awesome working with Dan and Brian and John. I feel, and Dar, I'm so lucky to have such a supportive group of fun and exciting coaches that know so much. So just learning from them has been awesome. But, yeah, experiences here. This pool's amazing. But I have this funny experience. NCAA is my junior year. I kind of randomly swam breaststroke at NCAAs that year, and I remember I swam the 200 breaststroke here. And I touched the wall, and it was not beautiful. And I got dead last. And then they were like, oh, you're getting drug tested. And I was like, oh. Okay, but no, I love this pool. It's a staple in the Big Ten, so very happy to be here and have our women train here every day.
Brian, your career as a student athlete overlapped with John's, and you were saying that a lot of those Purdue IU duels actually happened in Indianapolis those years?
Yeah, they did. We had neutral ground when we competed, and I think it really was the best pool. Yeah, it was a fast pool, but. Yeah, I vividly remember competing 2 years, I think, with John at IUPUI, I think both years.
You excelled in, I believe, distance events and IM events. He was a backstroker, and he also did some IM as well. What did you feel like your best event was?
Well, my most successful collegiately was the 500 freestyle, but I swam the 400 IM as well. I was a Big Ten champion my freshman year.
Pretty good way to start a college career. You were saying off camera that it didn't take as long as you thought maybe to kind of embrace the Purdue ideals, even though you are an IU grad.
Yeah, true. I was worried. That was probably my biggest worry, was how quickly am I going to, how long will it take, or will I, love this place? And it didn't take long, and it was mostly the student athlete. Once I picked up on their passion for this place, I was in. I was all in. They wear it well, and it didn't take me long to wear the jersey, so to speak.
Molly, as a Gopher, maybe you had some of the same emotions, but is there another thing about a pleasant surprise about Greater Lafayette of Purdue that you would highlight?
I think in general, fitting in here has been so easy. Even like we had a team meeting the other day, and I had been here a month, and we left the meeting, and like two of the girls said, I feel like I've known you my whole life, and I feel that same feeling with them. They're just determined, super powerful women, and it's exciting to be able to work with them, and I'm thankful to coach them every day. So it's been easy transition.